እሺ አመሰግናለሁ። እኔ ያው እንደ ሴት እንደመሆኔ ስለ ሴቶች እዚህ ስላለ ነው እንዴት ኦርጋናይዝ ሆነን ኢትዮጵያ ውስጥ ያለውን ሴቶች በአሁኑ ሰዓት ሬፕ አብዳክት እየተደረጉ ስለሆነ ይሄ ሜሴጅ ለሴቶች እህቶቼ እናቶቼ እና እንዲሁም ለራሴም ነው በእንግሊዝኛ ነው የጻፍኩት አቀርባለሁ። Thank you everyone for coming here today for our unity and stand up together to save our country Ethiopia from genocide. I want to thank especially all the women that came out here, and I just want to say something quick about the role of women's involvement. The violence that is happening in Ethiopia more than anybody affects women to the most. Currently in several places of Oromia in Ethiopia, such as Arusi, Gambidolo, Wallagga, Bali, Harar, Jimma, our women were raped, beaten to death, cut their breasts, pregnant women womb opened, and the child and the mothers are killed by a radical terrorist group called OLF Shani. This terrorist group negatively impacts our women, and recently our college Amhara students in the Bidolo University in Oromia region abducted from the university. We still don't know where they are. That's why it is very important as a woman to be active and involved in Ethiopian affairs to the world, especially here in USA and Europe, because this is not a politics. It is about human rights, women's rights. Women's rights are human rights, and human rights are women's rights. That's why it's very important as a woman to be active and involved in Ethiopian affairs to the world. A few years ago in Nigeria, the extremist terrorist group called Boko Haram committed genocide and killed 10,000 people and abducted 300 women in Nigeria. Most of the people impacted by these terrorist groups were women. They were raped, they were turned into slaves, forced to have children, but the difference is all the women around the world came together to speak up for the Nigerian girls. International media, internet, the whole world came together, even Michelle Obama, the celebrity Oprah, and Ellen DeGeneres voiced for those girls. All the powerful women around the world came together saying, bring back our girls. Because of the pressure of the international power and international women groups created, those Nigerian girls were freed. But when these terrible things happened to Ethiopian girls, nobody in the international community paid attention. This is because we as a women are not involved here. We are not engaged here, and we are not united. We Ethiopian women are very strong women. If you look at the Ethiopian history, many history makers were women. Started from Queen of Sheba, Imperial Daitu, Imperial Zawditu, and all other women heroes. We have a list of very powerful women who made history for Ethiopia. We are Jagnit, but we have to come together and unite. During Adwa victory, Ethiopia defeated Italy because there were powerful women, soldiers, and military generals who helped to free Ethiopia from Italians' colony attempt. Without women's participation, Ethiopia wouldn't be free. The most independent country, now they made us pro-Ethiopians. At this point, when our country is in danger, we, women of Ethiopia, can save Ethiopia. Like our sisters, our mothers, we can help to save Ethiopia by saving our sisters, our mothers, and children. I want to ask all of you today not to leave our Ethiopia to only our men. We need to be engaged and actively participated. I want you to create awareness, to work with international women organizations, to work with our American sisters, and play a strong role to save Ethiopian women's life. Human rights are women's rights, and women's rights are human rights. Bring back our girls. One of the biggest victims of OLF Shane are women. We have to save our women. Today, I want also to make a special call out to the young generation here who are in school, college and university. I ask you to be engaged and actively involved in social media, involved in your school women's organization and voice for those voiceless Ethiopian girls and women. Even if you don't speak Amharic, you can still involve because Ethiopia needs you. Ethiopian women's girls needs you. Get involved in the community organization and raise this issue of Ethiopian women. In closing, I also want to give a special thanks to all the men and our activist brothers who have been advocated for our girls. I encourage all women who are involved in human rights to give special attention to uplift our girls and protect our women from violence. And women's rights are human rights. Human rights are women's rights. Bring back our girls. Bring back our girls.
Bring back our girls.
Ethiopian government must protect our girls.
Ethiopian
Voice for the voiceless.
voice for the voiceless.
OLF Shane is a terrorist group.
OLF Shane is a terrorist group.
OLF Shane is a terrorist group. The terrorist group OLF rape our girls.
Terrorist group OLF rape our girls.
And innocently beat and kill pregnant women. Justice for our girls.
Justice for our girls.
Bring back our girls.
Bring back our girls.
Ethiopian government must protect our girls.
Ethiopian government must protect our girls.
Thank you.